A tidy lawn can be a green desert, color overhead, but almost no nectar, pollen, seed, or caterpillar food. Replace a few empty patches with native plants, and this season your yard can feed bees, butterflies, caterpillars, and birds. These 10 are beginner-friendly, but 8, 9, and 10 are the powerhouses most people skip. Think of each plant as a piece of habitat infrastructure. Nectar feeds adult pollinators, pollen feeds native bees, seed feeds birds, stems and leaf litter create shelter, and host leaves become nurseries for caterpillars. That caterpillar piece matters most. A small share of native plant groups supports a huge share of caterpillar species, and caterpillars are the soft, protein-rich food many baby birds need in the nest. To start, do not redesign the whole yard. Choose one sunny bed, plant each species in groups of 3 to 5, add a shallow water dish with stones, leave a little bare soil for ground nesting bees, skip pesticides, and check that each plant is native to your region. Now the list starts with quick blooms you will notice fast, then builds toward the heavy lifters. Milkweed, Asclepias, is a bold, sun-loving perennial, and the right species depends on your yard. Butterfly weed handles dry, bright spots. Swamp milkweed wants moist soil. Common, showy, and other regional milkweeds fit different parts of the country. Its leaves are the only food monarch caterpillars can eat, while its flower clusters still feed bees and adult butterflies. Choose a milkweed native to your region and moisture level and skip tropical milkweed. This is where your planting becomes a nursery, not just a flower bed. Now add purple coneflower, echinacea, for a plant that looks settled almost as soon as it blooms. Its sturdy purple-pink petals circle raised coppery centers, so even a young bed gets that polished, intentional look. In full sun, plant several together instead of scattering singles. The clump is easier for bees and butterflies to find through summer. When the flowers fade, resist cleaning up every stem. Goldfinches pick at the seed heads in fall, turning old blooms into bird feeders. And if you want an even faster first-year burst of color, the next plant delivers. That quick color comes from black-eyed Susan, Rudbeckia. Its cheerful yellow petals and dark centers give a new bed the classic sunny native garden look, and the plants do not wait around to make a showing. They are fast, forgiving, and widely native or naturalized, which makes them perfect for filling bare visual gaps while slower perennials size up. The blooms pull in bees and butterflies, the foliage can support caterpillars, and the dried seed heads feed finches later on. Next, the habitat needs a flower built for hummingbirds. That hummingbird plant is bee balm, or wild bergamot, monarda. Its shaggy flower heads can be lavender, pink, red, or purple, and the leaves release a spicy, minty scent when brushed. Bees and butterflies work the blooms hard. Hummingbirds dive in for nectar, and specialist bees rely on this group more than most garden flowers. Plant it in full sun to part shade, give it average soil, and leave room. It is deer-resistant, but it spreads into a real patch, exactly what a habitat bed needs. Next comes a plant that can look almost impossibly busy with pollinators. That impossibly busy plant is mountain mint, Pycnanthemum. Its silvery green foliage can look almost frosted, and the tight clusters of tiny white to pale lavender flowers seem modest until the whole plant starts moving. Native bees, wasps, butterflies, hoverflies, and other beneficial insects crowd it for nectar, making mountain mint one of the clearest signs that your habitat planting is working. It is tough and unfussy in sun with average soil, but it can run by rhizomes. Edge the patch or plant it where a spreading colony is welcome. Next, a taller native brings vertical drama and a butterfly magnet effect. Blazing star, or liatris, sends up purple flower spikes like living exclamation points above the planting. Butterflies spot them from across the yard, and monarchs, swallowtails, native bees, and other pollinators work the blooms hard for nectar. Match the species to the site. Some liatris prefer dry, sandy, prairie-like soil. Others handle richer, moister ground. Plant clusters instead of singles for the strongest vertical punch and the most insect traffic. After bloom, leave the seed heads for finches and other seed-eating birds. Now the list shifts into plants doing outsized food web work. Native sunflower here means perennial helianthus, not the giant annual crop sunflower. Look for species like woodland sunflower, thin-leaved sunflower, or Maximilian sunflower. These tall plants are food web engines. Their leaves leaves feed many caterpillars, their pollen draws specialist native bees, and their seed heads keep birds working the garden into winter. Give Helianthus room. Place it at the back of a bed, along a fence or sunny edge, or anywhere its height and spreading habit are an asset. Next comes a plant often blamed unfairly, yet it may be the most valuable perennial in the yard. That unfairly blamed plant is goldenrod, solidago, the late-season wash of gold that keeps a yard buzzing when summer flowers are shutting down. It does not cause hay fever. Goldenrod pollen is heavy and sticky. Ragweed blooms at the same time and sends lightweight pollen into the air. For habitat, goldenrod is a powerhouse. It feeds huge numbers of caterpillars, attracts specialist native bees, and offers critical nectar before winter. Choose a well-behaved solidago native to your region, especially for smaller gardens. Then pair it with the fall bloomer that makes all that gold look even better. That partner is aster, Symphyotrichum, with blue, purple, or white clouds of daisy-like flowers that pair beautifully with goldenrod. It is also a fall keystone, hosting more than 100 caterpillar species and supplying nectar for migrating monarchs and native bees still working near frost. For beginners, match the plant to the spot. New England aster, smooth aster, and aromatic aster are strong sun choices, while blue wood aster handles part shade. These flowers cover the food side. The final plant adds the shelter piece that makes a backyard feel like real habitat. That shelter piece is little bluestem, Schizocurium scoparium, a tidy native bunchgrass with blue-green blades in summer and red-orange color through winter. Its value is not just ornamental. It hosts skipper butterfly caterpillars, provides nesting material for birds, and leaves upright stems where insects can overwinter. The seed feeds small birds, while the clumps give ground-level cover. Design it by weaving small groups through your flowers, so the planting gains movement, structure, and winter beauty. With grasses added, all 10 plants now work together as one backyard ecosystem. Thanks for watching. Your habitat now has 4 parts: spring to frost flowers, caterpillar host plants, winter seed and shelter, and nesting places. Start one small bed. First year sleeps, second creeps, third leaps. Buy local natives, plant drifts, skip pesticides, leave stems. Comment your first wildlife and subscribe.